Hello, hello, hello! You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, can the Ravens go deep? Oh! And you know they can. So, first, before we start off anything else off, pause. But I'm talking more about the pass game, right? So, not the playoffs, because we know they're going to go deep this year. We're talking about the pass game, right? There was something that was said, I believe it was for week 14 for plays of air yards and stuff like that for touchdowns. The top 5 plays, longest plays, the Ravens had 3. And it was for 3 completions, 121 passing yards, and 3 touchdowns. Now, here's the thing. This is why this should excite all Raven fans of the Ravens going deep. Here's why. Because defense or defenses can no longer play one way. They can't cheat to that line of scrimmage much longer. Because here's the thing. Usually, you'll hear people say, well, if Lamar beats us with his arm, well, walk to the middle of the field, you shake his hand and say, well, you just had a good game today, bucko. That's a problem if it becomes consistent, though. You see, a team is not just going to let another team air out the ball and then beat them by 4 or 5 touchdowns. Because at the end of the day, teams are not coming in there to prove a narrative right or wrong. They're coming in there to win. And with the shots that Lamar is taking and attempting, even though it's to the suffering of some of his completion percentage, right? Because completion percentage dropped from 70 to like 67 or 66. But it's making the offense more dynamic, more diverse, more dangerous. Dare I say the 3 Ds? Because, look, Mark Andrews is hurt, right? I heard someone was even saying this. Lamar's safety blanket is gone. That's a safety valve. Mark, when all that fails, where's Mark? If you ever watch Lamar's eyes, he'll be like, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. He's going through that internal clock, right? And then once he gets through like his first 3 reads and the plays start breaking down, where's Mark? Mark! Because he's unreliable. And if anybody said that's a problem, just remember Patrick Mahomes going to Kelsey, Aaron Rodgers going to Devontae for all those years. You know what I'm saying? Quarterbacks have guys that they can count on, that they build a rapport with, because they've came through in the clutch. It's trust. It's been built. It's been tried. It's been tested. It's become consistent. This is why I'm on this notion where I'm so glad the Ravens are starting to directly attack the deep side of the field, 30 plus yards out, because now it's thinning out that defense even skinnier, even further. And eventually, as all things are pulled in opposite directions, if enough force is applied on either end, it pops. It pops. That's what we're going through right now. So you're wondering why I'm all for the Ravens going deep. It's literally because this can be what we have been. It could be everything we wanted for the offense moving forward. And that's without Mark Andrews. And to the Bateman thing, because I know that's going to come up. Well, he missed with Bateman. For one, and I want to make sure I say this, right? Because a lot of people don't seem to understand this. Bateman pulled up. And you know I like Bateman. He pulled up on the first pass. That was a completion. He went to a jog. Lamar let the ball go. He goes, oh, snap. And then he tried to speed up to try to get to it. And it was like, no bueno, can't do it right now. That's what happened on the first pass. Lamar adjusted. He adjusted. You understand where I'm coming from? That's what we mean by it's rapport. And him and Bateman have none. I listen, I'm holding out hope that they can figure it out, because I think a lot of times, Bateman is it's almost like a demoralization of what he believes he can be or do, right? But make no mistake about it, Lamar is giving him opportunities. Especially last game. He was giving him opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And I like that he's doing it, because eventually that will benefit you down the road. You see, when this year ends and it's time for the playoffs, teams are going to be like, we don't have to worry about Bateman too much. We'll leave one guy on him because he's the unsung hero. You understand? He's the guy that no one's looking at. He's the guy that no one's going to really pay attention to. We'll just leave one guy under that. We'll double OBJ. We'll double Zay. If you're one-on-oneing, Bateman, or trying to bracket coverage the other guys, if he hits anybody with a double move or something like that, that's a touchdown. This is why I'm all for Lamar actively looking for him. Because if Lamar is continually going to spread out that ball, spread out the wealth, that means any given day, any which one of them could be the beneficiary of the defense. You understand where I'm coming from? Meaning, if everyone's going to look at OBJ, Zay goes off. If everyone's going to look at Zay, OBJ goes off. If everyone they're trying to, we're going to take these two guys off, then Likely or Bateman can have an opportunity to go off. And we've already seen Likely's going off. Likely's playing very well. And it's funny to me because once I've already said this thing to you guys. Likely is good enough to be a starting tight end on a multitude of NFL teams. The problem is we don't know how to get him incorporated in the offense when Mark Andrews is there. Like if Likely had a full season at tight end, he could have 800, 900 yards receiving without being the first option. I'm being real with you. You better hope. Like Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or God forbid the Cincinnati Bengals get that brother, because it'll be a long day for the Ravens. I'm dead serious with y'all. He's that good. But with the Ravens attacking all levels of the defense, it opens up the offense. It opens up the offense for the short game. It opens up the running game, because now that the safeties have to back up some, they're not at the line of stinking scrimmage looking for the short pass, overplaying on the quick game or overplaying on the screen game. Now you can hit them over the top. And I'm loving that. The only thing that bothers me is they don't use Zay more in the deep game. That's the only thing. Yo, pause. Yo, but I'm being serious though. That's the only problem I have with the offense. Matter of fact, I'm lying. The other problem I have with the offense, they don't use Keaton Mitchell enough. And now look, I get it. He's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes. That is what it is. There's tape of him making mistakes. How do you rectify mistakes? You give him play time, experience, maturity. You know how you get those things? Playing. Being under fire. Make no mistake about it, Keaton Mitchell is a very important cog in this offense. He's probably singularly, as a weapon, the most dynamic weapon we have on this team outside of Lamar Jackson at quarterback. And I'm putting Zay in that equation. So being able to use Zay in more deep routes, and also being able to then run Keaton into a slot position or from the or out of the backfield into those low concepts where you go low high and stuff like that. That to me needs to be used more, because they're both so dynamic. That's the only crux I have with this offense. That's the only crux. We already know that if you give Lamar a chance to go be dynamic, put the ball in his hands, he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. So none of this should come to a surprise to any of the Raven fans. We're like, oh yeah, we've seen him do that plenty of times. We've seen him do it. We know he can do it. The problem is the Ravens really don't want him to do that. Just drop back, wing, wing, wing. No, that's not our DNA. Our DNA is running the ball. Run the ball, which I have no problem with. There's a time and place for everything underneath the sun. But like I said, they need to incorporate Zay Flowers more on the deep concepts in the route trees, and they also got to incorporate Keaton more in the pass game. They are not using Keaton to the highest of his capabilities. I'm sorry, justice is not on Keaton's level. And look, it just is what it is. It just is what it is. But like I said before, the Ravens have a chance to go deep, and they are going deep on these teams, and I'm loving every bit of it. But what do you guys think? Do you agree that the Ravens offense is now starting to open up, flourish under the concept of attacking all three levels of the defense? Or do you believe that we're wasting plays and opportunities going deep to some of these players? Let me know what you think down in the comment section, all right? About the Ravens going deep. But as always, this is an episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Y'all know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You know I love the comments. And if you have not done so already, check out the Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness, whatever your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try, and let me know what you guys think, seriously. And if you would like to donate to the channel, help out with equipment and stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. And the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nitro, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yeah.